Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. 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 I'm in a hell of a hole. Was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road. That a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles are making it official. I'm capturing every crack and surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now. You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. 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 Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slump. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember YAHANNA's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through it. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous out for a brand new pair of bellows. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. 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 Hey, I don't give a love to fuck about what them bitches gotta say. I'm a woman with a nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't give a love. Yeah, on 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and they head with that shit. Fine, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I get it, Iceberg. He don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, I'm too solid, circle tight, yeah, that can seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried. I got rank food there, I got real soldiers, kill for with me, and that bitch fully loaded. Ooh, yeah, we up and rolling. Told him I need major motion. Think I'm joking. I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jody. Got it out the dust. Now I'm too clean. Don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dog? Guns and butter, baby boy. I.S.U.P.K top, dog. Certified road runner. I'ma turn that E.K line into a damn tank. I got chopper stash in the attic like they in front. They had that shit on lock till I snapped on them like bolt cutters. You cannot play both sides, gotta choose your colors. See him throwing that one up with that W, that's my blood, bro. Fine in. I ain't show no mercy, I'm gonna show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel. I got time to kill. Hey, the start I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it. Got it out the dust, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel. He nice, but he don't show the skills how I show the skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel or how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a made, circle tight, yeah, back and seal. Said they want my life, I ain't worried, I got Ray for real.
Yeah, those are miss.
Check. 1 2 1 2.
Check. Let's clap it up.
Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah, Yahweh Shamar, Alathah Shem Yahweh. This is the I.S.U.P.K, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Start out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General YAHANNA. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite group, Christian church, or Blackity Black movement. We stand alone. We are not affiliated with anybody. And since 1969, we've been teaching the truth about this Bible, that all so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians are the real Jews. We are the Israelites, and understanding that we must keep the Most High God's laws, statutes, and commandments. All right. Today is the Wednesday night biblical law class. I'm Officer 1000 Kowal, under Captain of 13,009 Thought, out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. All right. This is a biblical law class. You got any questions? Feel free to type them in the chat. We'll do our best to answer your questions. Big shout out to everybody who's in the chat today, rocking with us. You understand, Sister Joanne? Shalom, sis. Sister Arabah in the building. All right, Most High in Christ. Good to see y'all, sisters, man. Who else we got, Monkey? That's it right now. Sister Maya, y'all put y'all shalom. Sister, what's going on? All right, y'all got any questions? Type them in. Big shout out to Commander YAHANNA. All right, we will be hosting the Carolina Cult Classic Cookout here in Fayetteville, North Carolina, July 3rd through the 6th. Go ahead and start making arrangements. We only got like 2 weeks left. All right, July 3rd through the 6th. The 6th being the actual day of the cookout, which is a Sunday at Seabrook Park in Fayetteville, North Carolina, starting at 12 o'clock to whenever. We're going to dance and party all night. Commander YAHANNA and bought all the food, and all you got to do is bring yourself. All right, leave your drama at home. Plan accordingly. All right, contact your camp leader if you need any funding, any room and lodging, transportation, getting down to North Carolina. We do have several hotels to choose from, Airbnbs, everything. All right, just come on down, man. We're gonna do it big for the Most High Christ and show our people a little bit of piece of heaven before Christ returns. Also, too, what we got, Monkey? Cookout. That's it. Okay, let's rock and roll, baby. All right. I know you're watching the news. Christ is coming back. That's always the subject at hand. Christ returning. And what does that mean for all blacks, Latinos, Native American Indians? That means we have a responsibility to get our lives together. You understand? We have to learn what it is that we must do in this place before Christ returns and comes back. Why? Because the Bible says Christ is going to rule with a rod of iron. You understand? It will be no more pork eating. There will be no more zodiac signs, no more child support court, no more drug abuse. No more burning sage and smoking weed and crack, all this nonsense. No more voting for some white man. We will not do that nonsense when Christ is on this earth. He is the king, and we're going to act accordingly. And we practice that now by being obedient to his law. And the law is good for us all. It teaches women how to be better mothers and wives. It teaches black men how to be better fathers, better husbands. You understand? It teaches us a dietary law. It gives us the high holy days. The things we must observe, and we bask in that tradition, man, that belongs to us. We actually have a royal inheritance that belongs to only blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. That is the good news. You understand? Christians want to say the good news is Martin Luther King's dream. That ain't the good news. The good news is that Christ is going to return, and all of our enemies that have been oppressing us are going to pay, and we're going to rule under black man named Jesus Christ. Yahweh Shah Mashiach, you understand? That's the good news. The kingdom of heaven will not end You're going to die. You're going to keep coming back in royalty. All right. No more trailer parks. No more projects and roaches and rats in your cereal box. No more government cheese. No more none of that. No more Section 8 nonsense. All right. But in order to receive this inheritance, in order to become, you understand, a brother or a sister that's worthy of inheriting the kingdom of heaven, we have to change our lives. Our conduct is what's important. Your conduct is going to get you, it's going to help you survive World War III, which we're in the midst of it right now. A lot of people are afraid, Bonk, y'all. I hear a lot of people online, they're making jokes. Do you know what they say about a joke? There's some fear behind the joke sometimes. You're laughing, but you got tears a little bit. I understand. Don't be scared of no damn Iran. Don't be scared of Israel, Russia, North Korea, China. Who gives a damn? We serve the Most High, man. The same power that destroyed the Egyptians, man. That pyramid that you see in your dollar bill, that's America. Spiritually Egypt. And you already know what the Most High power did to Egypt. What the hell you think he's going to do to America? We ain't got nothing to be afraid of. But if you smoke weed or crack, you got something to be afraid of. We got to change our lives and change it fast, man. Do not live in fear. When we see America falling, that means we're rising. It's time for us to come together as a brother and sisters, one nation. If you could, brother, give me 2 Corinthians 13:5 real quick. You understand? When we see America falling, wars and rumors of wars, rockets getting shot at, military bases, you watch CNN and Fox News, you start seeing, Iran, and they said they're going to shoot up major cities. Don't worry about that. The Lord will protect you in the midst of all that. You know what I mean? You ever see a tornado blow through a neighborhood and there's one house that ain't been touched? That could be you and your family in the midst of this nonsense if you obey the Lord. Go ahead, brother.
This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 13, verse 5. Mm-hmm. Examine yourselves.
Do what?
Examine yourselves.
You better examine yourself, black man, black woman. Now it's time to examine yourselves. How will we do that? Read on.
Whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own self.
Prove your own self. Stop worrying about your next door neighbor. Stop worrying about that sister. Stop worrying about what President Obama gonna say or what Donald Trump gonna do. What Iran gonna do? What does Iran have to do with your black behind? What does Israel and Netanyahu have to do with you, Latino woman? You hate your husband. You're a terrible mother. Some brothers are terrible fathers, terrible husbands, drug addicts, celebrating your birthday, eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. What are you worried about Israel and Palestine and Gaza and Iran for? You better examine yourself. That's where it starts. Examine yourself. Read on.
Know ye not your own selves, how that YAHANNA is in you.
You have to have faith. That means do the actual work. You have to forgive your people, man. Forgive your mother and father for not being there. Forgive your friend. You want to harbor this grudges and harbor this hate for people. You want the Most High to hold a grudge against you for all the wicked, filthy stuff he's seen you do? You better examine yourself, black man and black woman. Now at the time to be holding no grudges. Not at the time to be beefing and causing rifts, gossiping. Examine ourselves. Let's start with us first. Let us be sinless before we start doing what? Casting a stone at other people. Can't worry about what these other nations got going on. That's a sign for us to get our life together. The Lord is so merciful and gracious, man. He's given us signs and wonders to realize when the time is short. He's also given us a dietary law. He's given us priests and prophets to guide us through these times. That's why these classes are important. And we're here telling you today to examine yourself, man. Check yourself. Read on.
Except ye be reprobates.
Except you be reprobate. And
verse 6. But I trust that ye shall know that we are not reprobates.
See, you can't sit up here and act like you're righteous. You get taught the law, and here you go eat shrimp, pork, crab, and lobster. You celebrating Christmas. You going to church on Sunday eating raccoon meat in the fellowship hall. After you done sit up here and learn the law and say Yahweh Shamar and Barakatai, how saluting everybody at the Passover, and here you go not keeping the law. Here you go being a hypocrite, doing things that's contrary to the law. Examine yourself, man. The Most High God is giving us time to change our lives. Don't be such in the haste, but yes, I wish they hurry up and blow this place up. Who you think is going to die if the Lord did that right now? Why are you so assured? Why? Why should you be so sure? You paid your tithes lately? Or are you still battling and struggling with that? Are you still mad at your husband because he has a nerve to want another woman? What the hell, we want you in the kingdom of heaven. You could die right here. You don't want to hear no, I don't want to see some woman crying at the Passover because her husband has another wife. You could just die right here. You can stay here in this captivity. You're not coming to we're not bringing old furniture into a new house. Examine yourself. Black man, all this nonsense we doing out here, loving whores. When we stop loving whores, women will stop being whores. In the strip clubs, looking at someone else's daughter, shake tail for money, sexual deviancy, scamming, drug addicts, drug sellers, witches. We got to stop this nonsense, black man. We have to be in charge. We have to take charge and be obedient. Everybody else will follow. It's time for us to examine ourselves in these last days. You understand? Drop that if you could, Buck-yo. We'll get right into it. Give me the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 31 and verse 3. We're going to read through 9. Stop being in fear, man. The more faith you have in the Most High, it gives you strength and courage. Do the work. Cook breakfast for the brothers on the Sabbath service, man, and pay your tithes. Give offering. You understand? Sign into the class, hit the thumbs up button. Support this truth. Make thy election sure. What have you done for me lately? As the Lord is looking at you, wondering, what have you done for the Most High in Christ lately? That you shall be so blessed to make it on those chariots and escape thermonuclear destruction, which is coming. There's nothing you can do about it. But why should you be worthy to enter on those chariots? What have you done for the Lord's people? What have you done for your family? Examine yourself, man. This is not the time for us to live in fear. This is a time to be more bold and proclaim this truth. We're going to read about a brother today named Daniel who was bold. You understand? And the Lord was with him. So oldie but goodie. We're going to read about it again today. You better start having the faith of these prophets of old, man, because we are back on this earth again in the same spirit, different flesh. You understand? When you got that, brother, read for me.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 31, verse 3.
Uh-huh.
The Most High, thy power, he will go over before thee, and he will destroy these nations from before thee.
That's good news, black man. You ain't got to pick up no AK-47. You don't need that. Black woman, you ain't got to learn on this taekwondo. You ain't going to do nothing. The Most High God is going to fight for us. He's going to go. He's doing it right now. He's getting these countries revved up. The Bible says he is the smith that blow off the coals. He's the one instigating it, putting them lying spirits in Donald Trump's mouth, making sure North Korea gets real mad, making sure Netanyahu does what he's supposed to do, making sure Kim Jong-un and Vladimir Putin do what they're supposed to do. The Lord is doing all this. You don't have to do nothing but be righteous, black man and black woman. Latino man, Latino woman, get out those Catholic churches. You don't have to join the white man's military. He's going to go before us and destroy our enemies. Read on.
And thou shalt possess them.
And we're going to possess them. That's coming soon. We will possess these other nations the Lord is going to destroy. The remnant of them that's left are going into slavery. Go ahead.
And Joshua, he shall go over before thee, as the Lord hath said.
Go ahead. Read on.
Verse 4. And the Lord shall do unto them as he did to Sion.
See, this is a flashback. The Lord destroyed all these heathen nations already once, twice, 3 times. He's going to do it again. You can count on the Lord. He's dependable. He's reliable. He's always, what Chris said, he's always on time. He's been destroying these heathens for centuries. What do you think he changed his mind now because Donald Trump's in office? Don't give a damn about that orange man. He's out of here. He's just giving us more time to change. Read on.
And to Og, kings of the Amorites, and unto the land of them whom he destroyed.
Destroyed all them Amorites, the mighty, mighty Amorites. All them African Arab nations, destroyed them. They ain't so mighty no more. You'll go to the bottom of the Red Sea and see what he did to the Egyptians. All kind of chariot wheels and all kind of nonsense down there. What do you think the rubble and the remnants of America is going to be like? Ashes. Read on.
So like if I may, verse 5. And the Lord shall give them up before your face.
That's right. Before your face. We're going to see the Most High God give up these heathen nations. The white man won't look, our oppressors won't look so tough after all. Those B-12 bombers and F-14 fighter jets, they won't be so tough when those UFOs are ripping through them in the sky. The Bible says within 1 hour, he's going to destroy America and these nations, man. Within 1 hour. And that's black relative time. You know it's going to be faster than that. A nigga tell you, man, I'll be down here waiting all day. He been there for 2 minutes. How long you waiting here? Man, I waited for like 10 hours, man. He been here for 5 minutes. When the Bible says within 1 hour, bro, that's quick work. That's a few minutes. You ain't seen nothing like it. We'll never see nothing like it again. Read on.
That ye may do unto them according unto all the commandments which I have commanded you.
That's right. Go ahead. Read on.
Verse 6. Be strong and of good courage.
That's the message. Be strong and of good courage. Black man, Latino man, Native American Indian brothers and sisters on a reservation, be strong and of good courage. When you see the news and these rockets flying, don't be scared of that. Those bastards getting blown to piss, they earned that. Did they cry out when you was getting lynched in the antebellum South? Where was Gaza and Yemen and Iran and the fake Amalek with his law? Where were they at when you was getting lynched? During integration, little black, what was that doing the bombing of the black girls in the church? Where were they at doing the Trail of Tears when Andrew Jackson was taking babies that was crying and banging their heads against the trees? Where was Gaza and Iran at the time? I don't think so. What the hell you give a damn for? You better change your life. The Lord is dealing with them like he dealt with us. What do you care for? You don't care about your people enough? Your ancestors that picked cotton from sun up to sun up? You better reserve all your love and mercy for your people. What's happening to them is biblical prophecy. Who are you to stand in the way of it? Now is the time to be strong and of good courage. You better be strong. Your children are watching. You better be strong. Your parents are watching you. If you in this school and you wear that shield on your neck and you come to the Passover and you speak a little Hebrew, you better not be scared. The Christian church is scared. They don't even want to talk about what's going on. They're trying to sing through the rockets. They're singing gay gospel music through all the rockets going off. They don't have the answers. But Commander YAHANNA, I.S.U.P.K, we have the answers. And it's time for black men and black women, Latino men and women to be strong and of good courage. Do not be afraid in these last days. You understand? You can watch the news and be confident the Lord is doing it for us. Read on.
So like,
go ahead.
And, that adds to the fact, the dichotomy between good courage and bad courage.
Mm-hmm.
You might have bad courage to join a gang or sleep with some whore.
Yeah.
Slept with a woman before.
Right.
Or to rob a bank or to do some evil.
Right.
But it takes good courage to go to camp.
That's right.
It takes good courage to tell your mama, I'm not wishing you happy birthday. I'm not telling you Mother's Day. I'm not allowing you to buy Easter baskets for my kids for Easter.
Right.
I'm not coming to Thanksgiving. That's good courage.
That's good courage. Get that brother's right, man. Man, you're so right. That's what you call good courage. See, we like to use courage for evil. You'll get jumped in the crypt for 60 seconds by 6, 7 niggas, beating you all across the head for a blue rag. That takes courage to show up for a DP. You did some whole stuff, and now the crypt, hey brother, you gotta come get this DP. You violated. It takes courage to show up for that DP. You brothers and sisters join the white man's military. It takes courage to jump out that airplane. It takes courage. You better have courage to serve the Lord. You better have a courage to sit your black behind down when they play the national anthem. When everyone's looking at you at your son's basketball game. You gonna stand up or you gonna sit down? It takes courage to tell Big Mama, I'm not coming to Thanksgiving dinner this year. We'll see. You better be strong and of good courage, not weak. You understand? Read on.
Fear not, nor be afraid of them.
Don't be afraid of them. I'm totally not afraid of heathen nation, Uncle, y'all. I don't know about you. I laugh and scoff at the heathens. They're the most uncoordinated, musty, weak, incompetent. They're just here for servitude. The Lord designed the other nations to serve. What do you think Koreans and Chinese, they do hair nail? What you want? Orange chicken here. That's their job. That's what they do. They're good at it. You better number crunch. I want to know what the crops looking like this year. How much gold in my Navy? What's going on? You better know good math. These nations are here to serve, man. That's their whole purpose. The only reason these heathen nations are over us because we sinned against God. He punished us. That's it. But now we're coming out that punishment. Look at those heathens as who they are. Nothing. They're spittle. Do I got to go in the Bible and show you? Because you know I will. Read on.
For the Lord thy God, he it is that doth go with thee. He will not fail thee,
Where does
nor
all
forsake thee.
the Lord goes with us? I would take the Lord over any SEAL Team 6, any special forces, any Rangers, any Delta Force. I'm taking the Most High. I don't need the white man's military. Who cares about that? We got the Most High on our side. And the Lord, and God's a man. How can we forget that? Don't get caught in this new age nonsense talking about the Lord is a woman and he has a feminine side. Where the hell you get that from? All through the Bible it says he. Good God Almighty. Read on.
Verse 7. And Moses called unto Joshua and said unto him in the sight of all Israel, be strong and of a good courage.
He said it again. Why is this important? Because he know that those trials sometimes are going to come. They're going to be faced with these heathen nations in front of us, faced with war and rumors of war and threats of violence and rockets. He said, be strong and be of good courage. Go ahead, brother.
Salakia, that's heavy because, you think about us living in Goshen, living in Egypt.
Yeah.
We get to see Pharaoh and his brutality and all the splendor of Egypt at one point in time.
Yep.
The capabilities of Pharaoh and his army.
Yep.
And all the wickedness, that could transpire if you cross them.
Yep.
Moses is reminding you to be a good courage.
Good courage, man.
That's
right.
Salakia.
No, you're right, brother. He's reminding you to be good courage.
That's us here in America.
Facts. And that's why we're reading it. That's us here. This Bible is here for our learning. What the hell you think is written down in the record books for? We better be strong and good courage. I see the jokes, okay? It's funny. Niggas writing letters to Iran. Dear Iran, we black people, we ain't do nothing. Kevin Gates and all these little funny memes. It's funny. But do not be afraid, though. I don't want to hear nobody, oh, you should not ever be afraid unless you're a drug addict. Unless you're cheating on your husband. You serving other gods. You got a little Virgin Mary candle in your closet that you pray to when you need some money. You better be afraid then. But if you examine yourself and you are in accordance with God's law, you should not be afraid. And you better have good courage because now is the time for us to stand bold as a lion. I love wearing my shield now. I love wearing warlike apparel. Every chance I get, I'm wearing armbands and headpieces, everything UPK, so you can ask me questions and I can tell you to be strong and of good courage. And that is our turn. We got next. You niggas got a couple seconds left. Live it up because we got next. And we get next, belt to ass for all the heathens. Just know that. Read on, brother.
For thou must go with this people unto the land which the Lord hath sworn unto their fathers.
Oh, we about to get that land back. Those bastards over there right now desecrating it. The rivers are full of nastiness, feces, and dead this, and just to destroy the crops, bomb the land of piss. Brother, the Most High is going to do a number to them. We're going to get that back. That land that was promised us since the Garden of Eden through Moses to now, we're getting back to the Garden of Eden. We're getting back to our homeland. We're going to get it. We can't be drug addicts and witches and warlocks and backbiters to be there. We can't. We have to be brand new. Read on.
Unto their fathers to give them, and thou shalt cause them to inherit it.
Yeah, we're going to inherit it. Read on.
Verse 8. And the Lord, he it is that doth go before thee. He will be with thee.
He going to be with you, black man and black woman. Don't be afraid. You don't need Donald Trump and the U.S. Army to be with you. The Lord needs to be with you. What the hell can the Navy SEALs do when your plane is crashing? Who can save you then when your GD plane is crashing? When a house is on fire and the fire is too hot for the firefighter to go up the stairs and get you, there is nothing nobody can save you but the Lord. Who's going to save your child when they can't breathe? And the doctor tells them they got 2 weeks to live. And then the 2 weeks comes, then the oxygen machine is breathing for them. Who you going to call them? You can't call nobody. Ben Carson can't help you in that moment. Only the Lord can be with you. You see, you're going to get to learn and understand that the Most High God is our power. He's the power of Israel. And to tap into that power, you have to be obedient to his law. You can't tap in if you don't listen to him. How the hell does that work? Oh, read on.
He will not fail thee, neither forsake thee. Fear not, neither be dismayed.
I'm not dismayed at all when I see those rockets flying, tearing Israel ass up. I'm not dismayed. I was like, damn, that's a good rocket right there. That's a pretty good shot. I ain't dismayed when I hear them say New York, Los Angeles, Washington, D.C., San Francisco, all you major cities better watch out. A terrorist attack is coming. Who's caring about that? I ain't dismayed. I ain't looking up at the sky wondering when the next rocket's coming. I ain't looking for no red blood moon or Mercury retrograde. I don't give a damn about none of that. I know I just got to keep his law to be obedient and love my people. I have reserved all my love for blacks, Latinos, the American Indians, so much so that I will keep the law so we can all live. Even if the Lord kills me, if I have to die so that my people be free, so be it. I hate the oppressor that much. We have to understand this is not the time to be afraid, man. This ain't the time to be worried about Fox News and CNN. Who gives a damn? What are you going to do about it? You better serve the Lord because he's our power. Read on.
Verse 9. And Moses wrote this law and delivered it unto the priests of the sons of Levi.
Now we be in good courage, and the laws contingent upon that. Moses wrote this law. Read on.
Which bear the ark of the covenant of the Lord, and unto all the elders of Israel.
That's right, man. This record book, since then, it was already signed and decreed that we got to keep these laws if we're going to get this land and inheritance that's been promised to our forefathers. I don't give a damn if you live in a double wide trailer or a project built in New York. You have an inheritance if you're an Israelite. More precious than Bitcoin. How do you get that? You got to put the pork chop down, man. You got to get that Christian church. You understand? You got to come back to God's laws. That's how you cash in on your inheritance. Let's get into Daniel real quick so we can get up out of here. Give me good, brother. Give me the book of Daniel chapter 6. We're going to read about a brother who was strong and of good courage. The same way we better be in these last days. The same way you better be, black woman and black man. Just because you hear about a brother, and there's plenty of sisters that was strong and of good courage in this Bible that we read about. You understand? These scriptures for men and women and your children. Big shout out to everybody that's in the chat. You know, so make sure you hit the thumbs up. Like, let's spread this truth, man. Sometimes they try to shadow ban us, but we don't give a damn. We're going to keep liking and pushing this truth until the sky cracks. And it's about to happen soon. Now is the time to be bold in this truth. You understand? Black women, wear them shields. Share your husband. Don't give a damn. Tell your mama you're not celebrating no damn holidays. Screw your birthday. Who cares if your girlfriend don't talk to you no more? It's better that you serve the Lord because you're going to have maid servants and do whatever the hell you want to do in the kingdom of heaven, according to the law. All those poor, overstimulated days are going to be over with. Go ahead, brother.
The book of Daniel, chapter 6.
Yep, verse 1.
The book of Daniel, chapter 6, verse 1. It pleased Darius to set over the kingdom 120 princes, which should be over the whole kingdom.
Right.
Verse 2. And over these 3 presidents, of whom Daniel was first, that the princes might give accounts unto them, and the king should have no damage.
Remember, Daniel, he was a wise man. He had favor with the Most High and the heathen kings. You understand? Daniel was wise, man. And he had favor with King Darius. The type of brother that, gets in a position of power as an Israelite. And now he's able to reach out and help other people. You understand? Daniel was a very, very important man in this Bible. We're going to read a little more about Daniel later. Read on. And King Darius was one of the Persian kings, all right? During the Persian captivity, which is a very, very long, strong captivity, man. I mean, it was so mighty. And for Daniel to rise up in a heathen captivity like that, brother, that shows a testament of what type of brother he was. You understand? King Darius was of the Persian and Medes, man. You know what I mean? I think he was mentioned to Ezra and Nehemiah, Darius the Great. Some freaking uncircumcised heathen. Read on. Who gives a damn about King Darius? Go ahead.
Verse 3. Then this Daniel was preferred above the presidents and princes because an excellent spirit was in him.
Oh, Daniel had a good spirit. It said excellent. Preferred above all his presidents. What the hell is a president compared to Daniel? A regular nigga from the tribe. I think Daniel from the tribe of Judah. Oh, Israelite Negro up in the kingdom. Oh, we rise in any captivity. It's always been prominent Israelites who rise in the midst of oppression and captivities. Always, all through this Bible, man. Go ahead.
And the king thought to set him over the whole realm.
So excellent. He was like, man, I'm just gonna put him over everybody. I know I got these presidents and this person, but I'm gonna put Daniel over everybody. That's what I think to do. He's that excellent. Daniel was an Israelite, that excellent, man. That he was like, I'm gonna put him over everybody. Go ahead.
Verse 4. Then the presidents and princes sought to find occasion against Daniel.
Uh-oh. Here come the hate. Soon as you get them braids and your nice beard, or you took off work to get those Bohemian knot braids and the, what do they call it? Bohemian twist or Bohemian, what do they call it? Knotless braids. You done got cute. You come to work with your lip gloss popping. You at your cubicle. Here come the haters. Here come the haters. You got your nice beard on, and you got your Shield of David chain. Somebody gonna hate on you. Everybody, damn, I love this brother. His sister got a good spirit, but they got a good spirit. Cream of the crop, you're gonna have haters. And he just started hating on Daniel. Go ahead.
Concerning the kingdom, but they could find none occasion nor fault.
See, you better be faultless and blameless, black man and black woman. Latino man, Latino woman, Native American Indian man on that reservation, you better find yourself faultless in these last days. Why? Because someone finds fault on you, they can find reason to drag you down. Daniel was excellent. They found no fault in him. The haters will try to say, well, she thinks she all that, but she hate her husband because all she do is talk bad about him. Oh, he think he this, but I seen him smoking weed in the parking lot. Or I seen him at the strip club. Don't give anybody an occasion to say a railing accusation against you. Don't give nobody that. Be faultless and blameless. Be perfect and upright like Daniel was, man. He was excellent. They hate on him so bad. Imagine how mad you make your haters when they can't find nothing, no fault in you. They can see you and hate you, but what can you really hate them for or her for? What fault what have I done? You could be like Daniel, in charge, bossed up, and nobody can have a real accusation against you. They can't find fault in you. Read on.
For as much as he was faithful, neither was there any error or fault found in him.
Daniel didn't eat pork. He didn't do the stupid zodiac signs. He kept the laws. You understand? There was no fault in Daniel. He didn't show up to nobody's birthday party. He didn't go to Big Mama's Thanksgiving. So now people can say, oh, you're an Israelite, huh? You had a mouthful of ham at that Thanksgiving. Oh, you're an Israelite, huh? You sure participate in that Secret Santa? You're an Israelite, huh? You sure got a work husband? You're an Israelite, huh? You sure talking about Aquarius and zodiac signs and Scorpios? I sure saw you went to go vote down there at the voting center. Yeah, you Israelite, all right. Not Daniel. They couldn't find nothing against that brother. They was hating on him and couldn't find no fault. Good God Almighty. Go ahead.
Verse 5. Then said these men, we shall not find any occasion against this Daniel, except we find it against him concerning the law.
Now they got him. Now they're going to try to get him. So I can't find no fault in him of his behavior. You understand? His conduct. He's on time. He's not doing this. He's not doing that. But read that last part. Against his God. Mm-hmm.
Then said these men, we shall not find any occasion against this Daniel, except we find it against him concerning the law of his God.
Except we find it concerning the law of his God. Uh-oh. They might have something on Brother Bonkiel. They might got something on you now, sister, where you got that crab leg in your mouth. Or the Day of Atonement, you were still eating. Or you didn't show up at that feast and you was clean. Or you don't pay your tithes. The national anthem, you stand up. We might find something in you. Read on.
Verse 6. Then these presidents and princes assembled together to the king and said thus unto him, King Darius, live forever.
Oh, they some suckers. They mobbed up Confederate against Daniel, kissing butt cheeks. King Darius, my lord, the gracious host of the universe. We're here to snitch on Daniel. We hating on Daniel. Daniel had to be a fly player. I wish I could just go get a glimpse. I bet you he was gold teeth. You know what I'm saying? Nice beard, fly as hell. You know how nigga get fly and wears something that you ain't seen yet, and you don't know how to feel about it because you're a hater. You just know it looked good. Daniel was probably a fly, and they was hating. They ran to King Darius to start snitching. Just like some little hoes. King Darius, my lord. Read on.
Verse 7. In the book of Daniel, chapter 6, verse 7. All the presidents of the kingdom, the governors and the princes, the counselors and the captains have consulted together to establish a royal statute.
A royal statute for one Negro. They did all that. All of them came together. Very important presidents and prominent men for one Israelite. Hating. Read on.
And to make a firm decree that whosoever shall ask a petition of any god or man for 30 days, save of thee, O king, he shall be cast into the den of lions.
Ooh, so now they think they got him. So they're saying, okay, we know that Daniel's an Israelite. And one thing we know about Daniel, he don't serve other gods. But if we make a decree that for 30 days or three, what's say? How many days?
30 days.
For 30 days. That if anybody make a supplication or ask any other God for anything or worship any other God, that he be punished. Here go Daniel. They know Daniel was an Israelite. They know Daniel serves the Most High. That's how he got that position. That's how Daniel was favored by King Darius. Go ahead, please.
Salakia. So with these presidents of the kingdom, the governors, and the princes, and the counselors,
suckers,
they worship the king like a god.
Like a god. Yep.
And we can't take that same spirit.
Nope.
As Israelites.
That's right.
We have to have the same spirit as Daniel.
Yep.
And realize, okay, these people might be in a position of authority.
Right.
They might be in rulership for now, but we know who's king of all. We know who rules all.
Right.
Nothing happens without the Most High Power's hand being in it.
That's right.
You know, so that's the difference. They worship the king. That's why they led with, oh, King Darius, live forever.
Live forever. Yeah. Now that live forever is like long lived off. Long live King Von. It's worship. They was worshiping the nigga like a sucker, and back in that Bible times, King Darius. As Black Latino, we'll be in long whatever. But you're right. They knew that. They know for their bread to be and their water to be sure and their riches to be sure, they got to lean on King Darius. Daniel knew I got all this position because I didn't lean on Darius. I leaned on the Lord. That's what you have to lean on, Black man, Latino man. If you're struggling with money, have you paid your tithes lately? Ask yourself that. Yeah, everybody might fall a month or two. You might need a couple dollars. Overall, if you just broke as hell, every time you turn around, something going on. You ain't paying your effing tithes. And you ain't giving an offering. It's easy fix. Everything is spiritual. Once you get into this truth and understand how the Lord works, you know that if you're trying to make it to class, if you're trying to make it to the Passover, you're trying to make it to the cookouts, you're trying to make it to the lectures, you try to do anything for the Lord, when everything starts to happen, somebody cut you off in traffic, your job call you, know that's spiritual. Your wife flipping on you for no reason, your husband, it's spiritual, trying to get you from seeking the Lord. Don't allow it to happen. Be strong and of good courage. Understand it's a spiritual fight. Remember, we wrestle not against what? Flesh and blood. My beef ain't with this person, it's with that spirit. How do we know? Every time the Lord delivers something, he said he casting demons off people. Spirits. This whole thing is spiritual. Daniel knew that he don't have to lean on Darius, flesh and blood. He leans on the Most High. We're going to read about that in a second. Read on.
Verse 8. Now, O king, establish the decree and sign the writing, that it be not changed according to the law of the Medes and Persians, which altereth not.
Yeah, look, here, please sign it so we can screw Daniel. and making sure you can't alter it after you sign it. According to the captivity of the Persian and Medes, the powers. You can't make no amendments to this now. They're trying to get Daniel, but they ain't no amendment stronger than the Most High. I don't give a damn what haters you got. Can't nobody come confederate against the children of Israel and succeed if you serve the Lord. Read on.
Verse 9. Wherefore King Darius signed the writing and the decree.
Oh, of course he's going to sign it. They all in his grill. King Darius. Oh, my grand. Moochie May, watching class. You better get up and walk, Moochie. That turkey come get you. King Darius signed it. Of course he did. King Darius knew Daniel served the Most High. You understand? David would break down dreams. David was a very spiritual brother. Heavy. King Darius knew that. Read on.
Salakia. Triple Kadar says, I think they call that today systemic racism.
Yeah. Systemic racism. Yep. Yep. But you imagine, since systemic racism now is like, damn, but imagine right then we can go right to the king to try to get you, chop your head off. Like, damn, it's just me. All y'all? I didn't read nothing where Daniel was taking all their girls. I didn't read that. He was flawless. The Bible says they couldn't find nothing to blame him for. Hating. The heathens. All they do is hate. Hate competition. They hate your beard. They hate your bohemian knotless braids. They hate your big butt and your lip gloss. They hate the fact that you just better than them and everything.
So lucky that you say that, because I'm thinking about, you mentioned the beard and how they've removed that, you can't have a shaven profile in the Marine Corps.
Oh, yeah.
I think about, how sisters will wear the protective styles, and, they had the Crown Act, to combat all the systemic, oppression. Because that's all it is. Like you said, they hate everything about us.
Right.
And things that we do naturally, they try to set up laws and legislation or what have you to combat us in our natural spirit, moving the way we would naturally move.
Yes.
I remember there was a retired Superior Court Circuit judge, and, we was on the hall, and it'd be like 3 or 4 of us in the hall, communicating as staff members. And he'd walk up and he'd say, this is an unlawful gathering.
Wow. White dude.
Even though we're at work.
Oh, God.
He said that, but he was joking.
Poking
fun at like the black codes.
Yeah, black code, right. When you see a group of, you're right, that's heavy. They see a group of, that's the loitering. You see a group of blacks and Latinos, what y'all planning? What y'all talking about? Nosy as hell. God forbid we team up against you and get you up out of here. Good God. All heathens are nosy. I was in Korea. Side note. I spent a year in Korea. Man, they don't have no concept of personal space at all. Then you could be about to check out. It is up on you. I'm talking like right here. You like, but you can't be like, man, back the hell up. They got CCTV everywhere. You get thrown in jail for a fight. Like they have no concept. They're nosy as hell. They'll sit there with their hands on their hips, with their hands behind their back, just looking in your face, asking you, like, what the hell? Heathens are nosy. And they're very, very, they stink. Don't get me started. I write a whole class about heathens. And of course they was hating on Daniel. You know what I'm saying? Of course they was hating on him. They ran to King Darius, ready to snitch, with the decree already signed. Ready to be signed. All he got to do is put his signature on it, and this decree was only for him. Everybody else already worshiped King Darius. It wasn't. Don't ever think that since you're an Israelite, they don't try to conspire against you at your job. They'll do a lot of stuff just to get you out of here. God forbid you stop. You wake any, like when I was in the military, I used to wake all kind of niggas up. Then we be in line to the defect, nigga eating pork. Oh, you still a slave, huh? What you mean? You still eating that pig? Oink oink. I feel you. No, so I will. Go ahead. Nigga, stop eating pork though. Surf and turf night. So I will. I ain't no crab today. Hey brother, I got you. Drinks on me tonight. See, you just by you teaching the law and inspiring other brothers, they'll listen. It's something in us that we know that we're different. It's something about an Israelite that we know we're closer to God than everybody. You know what I'm saying? And we're searching for that thing, but we get drowned in all these religions and stupid stuff. Now's the time for us to wake up. My brother's so right, man. These heathen nations are terrible. You know what I mean? They know what the hell they're doing. Read on.
Verse 10. Now, when Daniel knew that the writing was signed, he went into his house, and his windows being open in his chamber toward Jerusalem, he kneeled upon his knees.
Rewind that. Did y'all catch what Daniel did? Did y'all catch what Daniel did? Now, mind you, this decree, he heard about this decree that went out about not making supplication to no other God but King Darius for 30 days. This nigga had his windows open. Good gracious. Read that again.
Verse 10. Now, when Daniel knew that the writing was signed.
He knew that the writing was signed. He knew it. Most brothers be like, oh, snap. They said we can't do what no more? Religious liberties is canceled? Let me just tuck my shield in. Oh, yeah. Let me not say nothing about Christmas no more. Let me not wear no UPK, nothing. Let me just chill. That's what you would do because you're a coward, not Daniel. Not Daniel. The nigga had his windows open. Read on.
He went into his house, and his windows being open in his chamber toward Jerusalem, he kneeled upon his knees 3 times a day and prayed and gave thanks before his God as he did aforetime.
Now, he's done it before, but he did this. Why do you think he got down on his knees? Kneel before the Lord. See, he's standing up facing. They can be like, is he praying? What's he doing? Nigga on his knees. You know he praying. In that manner. He's like, oh, he's done this before. So he's letting us see that he's praying. See, Daniel wasn't a coward. He knew. He was like, see, he's like, I know I serve the Most High. I dare you. See, you could be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. If you in the right spirit and you know you serving the Lord, you can't be a coward. There's nothing to be afraid of. Daniel was in good courage. He didn't have fear at all. 3 times a day he prayed. Nigga, if you got caught doing it once when 30 days, you was out of here. He did it 3 times. With the windows open, and he got on his knees to let you know he was praying. If he was standing up facing the east, you could probably say he was stretching, he was doing whatever. He's showing you I'm praying because he's done this before. Maybe he done it with his windows open, with those closed. He didn't give a damn about that thing being signed, though. I'll tell you that. He made sure they knew he was praying during the time this decree was signed. Read on.
Verse 11, in the book of Daniel, chapter 6, verse 11. Then these men assembled and found Daniel praying and making supplication before his God.
Right, before his God, not Darius, for the Most High. Read on.
Verse 12. Then they came near and spake before the king concerning the king's decree. Hast thou not signed a decree that every man that shall ask a petition of any God or man within 30 days, save of thee, O king, shall be cast into the den of lions?
Yeah, now they question King Darius. Didn't you just sign it? Didn't you say that if any job turkey get the worship of their God, they get thrown in the lion's den? Here, Daniel doing it. They holding his feet to the fire. But you know something about King Darius, you got to go back into this chapters knowing why King Darius F with Daniel the way he did. See, Daniel was a spiritual man. King Darius found favor in Daniel because of that. So he liked Daniel. He like, damn, y'all some hoes. Y'all some hoes. All y'all trying to get me to... All right, man. Read on.
The king answered and said, the thing is true according to the law of the Medes and Persians.
He said, it's true now. On paper, it is true. Go ahead.
Which altereth not. Verse 13. Then answered they and said before the king, that Daniel, which is of the children of the captivity of Judah, regardeth not thee, O king, nor the decree that thou hast signed, but maketh his petition 3 times a day.
Oh, they hating big time, Bonky, y'all. They dropping all the tea on Daniel. Not only was he doing this, Darius, but he did it 3 times. Hating, tattletelling, rats. Go ahead.
Verse 14. Then the king, when he heard these words, was sore displeased with himself.
Damn, he was like, man, I done raised this Judite this fly ass Israelite up in front of all these. I knew they was gonna hate on him because Darius know he a heathen too, so I knew he was gonna hate. He was like, man, I set this up. I need Daniel. I need a wise man like him to help me interpret things and break things down. Because his power can help me and he can help his people. We can work together, but they want to, and I signed it. He was mad at himself, kind of. Read on.
And set his heart on Daniel to deliver him. And he labored to the going down of the sun to deliver him.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 15. Then these men assembled unto the king and said unto the king, know, O king, that the law of the Medes and Persians is that no decree nor statute which the king establisheth may be changed.
Yeah, so Darius is trying to shoot Daniel some bail. He like, I know, but come on, y'all, he thought gonna blow. Y'all chill out, man. Nah, they still pressing. You do know you can't amend this, king. Yeah, you can't go against the Persian and the Mede statutes now. They're hating on them. Hating. This happens every day at your job, every day at your law firm, every day at your engineering company. You'll never make partner. Now, when they're running to you talking about you had a black-only barbecue and you listen to Israelite teachings, you never get voted class president or city council. Go ahead.
So like the king, he should have consulted with Daniel.
Yeah.
If he was really, wise or seeking that wisdom and understanding, because what these people, that government, that system of government, they're trying to take the power of the king because, with the monarchy.
They are. That's always,
That's absolute.
Absolute.
As far as authority is concerned, they're above the law.
Right.
This is the reason why niggas was in the streets for the No Kings protest. Last weekend before last, because we have a goddamn pocket tyrant ruling over us here in America. With Salah.
Yeah, see, that's a good point. Well, you're gonna learn something spiritual here about Darius. See, Darius knew the power of the Most High from what Daniel operated with dealing with King Darius, and only a man like him can break down, interpret things, and see that. So Darius, like, all my wise men, they're men, but they're not like Daniel. And he worshiped the power of Israel. And Darius knew that, he knew that if Daniel would just hold fast, no matter what the hell they did, he'll be fine. Now, it's a hard concept to think about it, but think about a personal relationship where you know that you work with this heathen man. He's a CEO, but he really deals with you. Of course, you have to follow, or he's going to get overthrown. But it's something that, and we're going to find out what type of man Darius was and why he rocked with Daniel so hard. Just keep reading down 2, 3 more verses.
In the book of Daniel chapter 6, verse 16. Then the king commanded, and they brought Daniel and cast him into the den of lions.
So now he's like, damn, okay, y'all got him, y'all got me. You said, according to, let's go ahead and get Daniel and cast him into the den of lions. Now, you know anything about history, they used to make these lions. Daniel's not the first man to be cast into the den of lions. This is recorded in this Bible, but this is a method of torture and just execution. They would make sure these lions was good and hungry. Good and hungry. They got a book, I think it's Karl Marx, Book of Martyrs. What else? It's a few more documents you look up online about lions den and lions and how they feed the gladiators. They want to do what good is it to have a lion that's full? A lion that's full just want to lay down and have sex all day. A lion that's hungry, you better watch out. A lion that's hungry don't give a damn. Read on.
Now the king spake and said unto Daniel, thy God, whom thou servest continually.
Oh, see, Darius, see who he's saying to Daniel? Look what pay attention to what Darius is laying down to Daniel. He could have just said, oh, whatever. All right, cuz, holla at your boy. He didn't say that. He said, the God, the power that you serve continually. Read on.
He will deliver thee.
What kind of king would say that to a man that's being punished? I mean, he could be, is he being a smart ass? Oh, the king that you serve, he'll deliver you. All right, let's go. Nah, he knew. He knew. And we're going to find out how he knew. Read on.
Verse 17. And a stone was brought and laid upon the mouth of the den.
Close the den up so you can't crawl up out of there. You can't get out. closed that den up with Daniel in there with lions, big ass hungry lions. Go ahead.
And the king sealed it with his own signet.
Yep. You know that when King David was signed something with his signet, you put that ring on it, the stamp. That's the shield of David you see. I don't know what the hell Darius' signet was. It was probably some goofy Arab nonsense. I can imagine some stupid whatever his signet is. Go ahead. Yeah, eagle. It could have been an eagle or some cow with a damn ring in his nose.
And with the signet of his lords, that the purpose might not be changed concerning Daniel.
So when they put that stone over that lion's den, they stamped the crease, stamp. That means the presidents, the king himself, and all his lords. So I mean, if anybody thought to move it, think with your life, because this is the power that put this here. But the power that put this here ain't the nigga God. Read on.
To hell with the Constitution.
Yeah, your Constitution means nothing. Absolutely nothing if you serve the Lord. You brothers in prison, remember that. Go ahead.
Verse 18. Then the king went to his palace and passed the night fasting.
The king couldn't even eat. Now, he ain't fasting. The Lord don't give a damn about this heathen. Fasting doesn't mean he ain't eating. Don't put too much spiritual on him. He's not eating. We gonna fast to the cow god? He can't change nothing. He ain't fasting to the Lord because nigga, you put his people in the hole. He's just not eating. He's bothered. Read on.
Neither were instruments of music brought before him.
Imagine how good he had it. Usually he have somebody play some, nigga like to hear music when he's chilling. Heathens, whoever. He ain't got no music, no instruments playing. Go ahead.
And his sleep went from him.
Can't even sleep. He up all insomnia. He's bothered by this because he knows. And what this is going to mean for the people that he rose up to be presidents over him. Read on. Mm-hmm.
Verse 19. Then the king arose very early in the morning and went in haste unto the den of lions.
Look at that. He threw Daniel in that lion's den and put the rock over it. They all signed it and went on about their day. King couldn't even sleep. He got up early as hell just to go see what happens. But look what he says to do. Look what he hollers at Daniel. Go ahead. Oh, you too up. Mm-hmm.
Verse 20. And when he came to the den, he cried with a lamentable voice.
Yelled at him.
Unto Daniel. And the king spake and said to Daniel, O Daniel, servant of the living God, is thy God, whom thou servest continually, able to deliver thee from the lions?
He hollering because he's like, man, he know them lions get busy. It's like a lamented voice. To lament means you're in anguish and crying out. He said, the God you serve continually, was he able to deliver you? Daniel served the Most High continually, brother. There was no doubt that he was an Israelite. There was no doubt that he served the Most High. Is there a doubt about you if you serve the Most High? Do you serve your God continually, or you are a fair weather Israelite? You only serve the Lord when you got a little money in your pocket. You only come to the Passover when everything's right. You don't fight to come to the holy days. You just, when the cloud is there, that's when you want to come. Yeah, you might be not Daniel. He wasn't a fair weather Israelite. Daniel served the Most High. Everybody knew it. Even the king effing knew it. Read on.
Verse 21. Then said Daniel unto the king, O king, live forever.
Yeah, that's how player that is. I mean, he could have said, yeah, O king, live forever. I'm chilling down here. Bossed up. Lions galore. A weakling would be like, oh, I'm here. Yeah, help me. Nah, O king, live forever. Like, yeah, you did this. Y'all people did this, but this was the God I serve. See, your people are saying, long live King Darius. They're alive. Y'all tried to kill me. He's like, yeah, my king live forever. Come on, man. That's Israelites. That's right up. That's so Judah. That's so Benjamin and Levi. That's so Issachar. It's so Zebulun. It's so Gad. Fly. Just like, oh yeah, live forever. Long live. The voice he heard, that means he's still alive. Right. He ain't hollering out nothing corny like you would have hollered out. I'm hungry. Help, please. There's a roach down here. Yeah, it's a light. It's dark. You a hoe, and you scary, and you lack courage. Not Daniel. Not Daniel. You understand? Go ahead. You scared of Iran rockets. You scared that Netanyahu, a big-eared lab rat, is going to send a rocket over here, or what's the Iran? The Iranians going to send rockets over here. The Ayatollah, like what the hell? You scared of that? Not Daniel. Read on.
Verse 22. My God hath sent his angel and hath shut the lions' mouths.
Look at that. Yeah, I'm good. The Most High has sent an angel down here. Close the mouth of these damn lions, man. I'm still alive. Read on.
That they have not hurt me, for as much as before him innocency was found in me, and also before thee, O king, have I done no hurt.
That's why the angel came and shut the mouths. Why, bunker y'all?
My God hath sent his angel and hath shut the lion's mouth.
Right? He shut the lion's mouth. He took that harm away from you. But why did he do that? Why did he not let Daniel get mauled to death and shredded to pieces by these lions? Because what?
For as much as before him innocency was found in me.
Innocency was found in him, man. Nobody can have a real accusation against Daniel at all. Perfect and upright. Innocency. He just served the Lord like a child obeys his mother and father. Not giving into nothing evil, wicked. This is what I'm told to do. I'm going to do that. Innocent. Read on.
Verse 23. Then was the king exceeding glad for him, and commanded that they should take Daniel up out of the den. So Daniel was taken up out of the den, and no manner of hurt was found upon him.
They couldn't even look at him like, damn, you didn't get scratched a bit. Nothing. Get him out the hole. Imagine the faces on these clowns that ran and snitched on Daniel. That's the faces of all your family, all your co-workers, everybody who conspired evil against you. Fill their GD faces with shame. Make them be ashamed because you serve the Most High God and you're not a coward and you didn't lack, you were not afraid and you had courage and you kept the law. See, this story is not in the Bible for you to read it and not apply it. You're supposed to apply it like Daniel did. We live a living God. Read on.
And no manner of hurt was found upon him.
No manner of hurt will be found upon you either. I don't give a damn how many rockets they fly over here, bunker, y'all. Scaring you. Oh, the F-2 bomber, the F-15 fighter jet. You know, Iran got uranium. I don't give a damn what they got. A rocket can fall on top of my head. I wouldn't give a damn. The Lord want me to die, I'll die. If not, I'll be the coldest nigga you ever seen. A rocket hit me across my big lips and nothing happened. Imagine that story in the book. Because I don't eat pork or smoke weed. I don't serve other gods. I hope I should be delivered. Live your life like that, like Daniel did. Boldly pray with his window open so all can see. He didn't tuck his shield. See, you better learn. You better start to learn to serve the Most High, man. We all need to take something from Daniel here. Read on.
Because he believed in his God.
He believed in his God. Do you believe in the Most High? Or are you afraid that Iran is going to send some rockets to Durham or Fort Bragg or LA or New York City or the Pentagon? I don't give a damn where you at. You're not going to be harmed by it. But if you eat that seafood broil or you went to the homegirl's birthday bash, you might be burnt to a crisp. You might be blown smithereens, and you deserve it. Because somebody has a railing accusation against you. Somebody has something to say that you did, and they found fault in you, not Daniel. Live your life like Daniel, man. And the story goes on. He was blessed and read the next verse.
Verse 24. And the king commanded, and they brought those men which had accused Daniel, and they cast them into the den of lions.
Yeah, that's what the Lord will do. You be faithful, man, and keep the law and be patient. Stop rushing for something to happen. As soon as something bad happens to you or somebody offends you, you want them to die right there on the spot. God, kill this bitch. Relax. You be more righteous and put hot coals upon their head, as the Bible says. Your righteousness will heap hot coals upon their head because you're not taking vengeance on yourself. David didn't take vengeance. All he did was obey the Lord. And he threw all they uncircumcised, musty behind sandals, all of them got thrown in the damn lion's den. Read on, please.
And they cast them into the den of lions, them, their children, and their wives.
Good God Almighty. He that's funny as hell. I'm sorry. Not only did he throw them in the damn lion's den, Darius said, "Oh, all y'all got to go. Because if you a hater, y'all know you raising some little haters. All y'all throw all of them in the damn hole." And you know them lions is good and hungry because the mouths was shut up. They kids too? Who else? Good gracious. Read on, yeah.
And the lions had the mastery of them and break all their bones in pieces, or ever they came at the bottom of the den.
Damn, brother. Break their bones in pieces. Kids and all. You think the Lord give a damn about your child? Did he stop the lions from eating those people? He shut the mouth of the lions up for Daniel. He allowed the lions to eat them. The rockets are going to kill some heathens, man. Those rockets that are bombing Israel and Iran, let it happen. The Lord's doing it. What are you standing in the way of it for? Not when you were lynched from trees. You were oppressed and disenfranchised, still getting shot by the police. No one says anything about it. Your babies are being boarded, not Palestinian, Iranian babies. Damn sure not the fake Jew babies. Their babies ain't being aborted. You care about some rockets hitting Tel Aviv for? Oh, gotta stop. No, keep going. Bomb them some more. Lions cracked the bones of them bastards. Read on.
Verse 25. Then King Darius wrote unto all people, nations, and languages that dwell in all the earth, peace be multiplied unto you. Verse 26. I make a decree that in every dominion of my kingdom, men tremble and fear before the God of Daniel.
The God of Daniel is a God of this Bible, the God of you, black man, Latino man, Native American Indian man, the Most High. You understand? The nigger God, as we call it. The God of the Israelites. That's who delivered Daniel. That's who is going to deliver us in these last days. You better be of good courage and do not be afraid. Read on.
For he is the living God and steadfast forever, and his kingdom, that which shall not be destroyed.
Shall not what?
Shall not be destroyed.
A stinking Darius knew that. It ain't going to be destroyed. And it's 2025, and you still can't destroy it. Here we are reading the record books looking like Israelites in your kingdom. You thought you had us, you don't. Read on.
And his dominion shall be even unto the end.
To the end of time. And with that, I'm going to pass the class off to Officer 1000 Bonkiar for the announcements.
Clap it up, clap it up. I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K, started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. The book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. The book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10, means 10th in the Hebrew is pronounced ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest funds, a free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. The upcoming holy convocations. We have the memorial blowing of trumpets, first day of the 7th month, which will be Sunday, September 21st of this year, according to the book of Leviticus, 23rd chapter, verses 24 through 25. We also have the Carolina Club Classic Cookout. It's coming up this upcoming weekend, not this weekend, but the one after it, July 3rd through the 6th in Fayetteville, North Carolina, man. Get your affairs in order, all right? If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. Boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, I.M.A.J.M, which means to stand. Sisters Yashab. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Mam Shabbat. I.M.A.J.M. Barak. Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shabrakatah. Yada Matah, hands down. Sorry, turn to face the sisters. Sisters, I.M.A.J.M, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courtesy salute to our sisters. I.M.A.J.M Shabbat. I.M.A.J.M. Barak. Yahweh Shema Latah by Hashem Yahweh Shah. Yada Matah, class dismissed.